Hi lovelies, it's Ethany, and today I am actually going to be incorporating 2 days of the 31 days of tarot. The first one being day 27, which is what tarot spread are you using right now, and bonus points for showing it. And I'm actually using the new moon in Aquarius spread that I put up the other day at the moment. So kind of already did that one and I didn't really even mean to have that done in that way, but that is the one I'm using right now. And I also tend to do a lot of I do mostly custom spreads for my clients depending on their questions and their situation, so that's a little bit hard to show when they're all different. So I can't really show that, and so I just wanted to say, kind of square off that question for 31 days of tarot, and now move on to my favorite tarot accessories, so the things that I use in my readings all the time. I have mentioned this before with my tarot rituals, but I wanted to show you some of the things that are on my altar that I use all the time, and sort of why. And yeah, so I have here on my this is my Xbox controller. I have here this beautiful amethyst candle holder that I got at Reflections Books in Coquitlam in BC, which I absolutely love. This sits on my altar in my room. I bring it out quite often to do readings as a centerpiece, and I have some Palo Santo on there at the moment, which is making this whole place smell amazing. And then I have this beautiful mother of pearl shell with some loose sage from Gaia Gardens Apothecary here in Vancouver, which is all organic white sage. And I use, when I do use the sage, I tend to use a very little amount, because sage is extremely pungent, and you really only need a very little, which is why I actually prefer to use the loose sage and not the sage bundles, because I find that those tend to, like, you're like, oh my god, there's so much sage burning right now. Or it just could be me that I burn too much. And I like the shell because it is flame resistant, so I can use that to put out the sage as well. Like, that little leaf will make this whole living space in my apartment smell delightful. So if I'm cleansing my space, I may use a little bit more as I'm going into room to room, but usually I just use a wee little bit to cleanse my decks, and also to just cleanse the area of where I'm doing readings. The next thing is another beautiful little candle holder that I got, and it's got all of the chakra symbols, and it just throws beautiful light. It also sits, like, I mean, look at that smoke. There's my kids' toy as well. So much smoke, guys. You only need a little bit of sage. So yeah, it's a that's actually giving my respiratory system a hard time, so I'm going to try and put it out. So sorry. Yes, this is another really, really beautiful one that throws a lot of gorgeous light, especially when there's low lights. It's a very beautiful candle holder. I also love Nag Champa. I don't know anyone who, I mean, I feel like it's a very signature scent for hippies, patchouli and Nag Champa. For me, this smells like the shop that I used to work at in Fremantle in Australia, called the Pickled Fairy and Other Myths. Many, many moons ago. If I can find a photo of me working there, I will show you. I loved it. And it smelled, they burned Nag Champa, so that reminds me very much of working there. And I also found out this is a pretty cool thing that I've been doing with my Palo Santo, is been putting it a little bit above the, so you can see the smoke coming of it, above the flame. Now if you put it too much on there, it is going to catch fire, and that happened to me. But it can tend to be a hard one to get lit and stay lit because it is so thick. Anyway, that worked for me. Just don't burn your house down. So this kind of has a, back to the Nag Champa, it has a bit of a, I have a lot of memories around Nag Champa, and it smells really, really good. Yeah, so it's something I like to use. I've kind of gone into crystals a little bit before. Clear quartz has got to be one of my favorites. That I like a lot of quartz family member crystals like amethyst and smoky quartz, and citrine. I really, really like, I don't know, I don't think you can get kind of any more beautiful than just clear quartz, you know. And I have my collection from many, many years of growing it, so I've got some pieces, like I really love this piece, this gorgeous, I think it's an celestial quartz that I got a very long time ago. One of my babies. And this is a picture stone or a picture quartz. Someone on one of my other videos mentioned what other name it may be. I got this from Reflections Books too, so in Coquitlam. So I do know they have them in stock, and they're all different, right? From the earth that's still in there. Really good to be used. You can use this for scrying into the stones. It's really cool. And I love sprays. I love aura sprays a lot. I have the Alkaline Joy sprays from the Aura Soma, and then I have these two sets as well. So the first one is this Color Energy Aura Cleanser in essence spray, and I actually got a bunch of these for people's stocking stuffers before I found Essential, who's run by a friend of mine. And then I have a full set of these thanks to a lovely Awakened Soul Coven member who got me these. She's got a smudge off. There's a whole chakra set, which is some of these ones here that have crystals and essential oils in them. And I just really, really like using them, especially if I'm feeling as though I'm getting a little bit cloudy or muddy or things aren't coming too clearly. I'll just quickly give a good cleanse to the area and give myself a good spray. And that tends to help. But I've mentioned before in many videos and many trainings at the Academy that I always burn a candle. I always light and burn a candle when I'm working with readings. And you know, I like ritual. I like being in sacred space. I like being in sacred circle. So that's never going to change me. So that feels like it's a very big part of setting the mood. So those are some of my favorite things. You know, I've said it many times before as well that you don't need anything really additionally to your tarot practice. There are a lot of us though who do like our creating sacred space. And these are some of the things that I like to use to do so. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow.